Hi everyone! I wanted to share some thoughts on risk and missions. I was only 22 when I first moved to Cambodia, and my grandma was nervous. It was so far away. Would I be safe? Her concerns only grew when two of my cousins moved to countries with many Islamic terrorists. But her perspective changed when a friend's granddaughter died suddenly, not overseas but in Pennsylvania. She was jogging and a tree branch fell on her. My grandma was reminded that we cannot keep our families safe no matter where we are. We're not in control. Our days are numbered, and we can waste our entire lives trying to pretend otherwise, or we can entrust our lives and our loved ones to our faithful God who is in control, who numbers our days rightly. In Matthew 10, Jesus sends out his disciples to preach the good news about him, and he tells them, "Do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell." As believers, our greatest treasure is new life in Christ. It's eternal and unshakable. So why would we be consumed by earthly worries? If we truly fear God, our greatest desire will be to see the nations turn to him and be rescued from eternal destruction and suffering. Following God brings risks, but not everywhere has every risk. In Cambodia, I faced physical risks like traffic crashes, pickpockets, and stomach problems, but none of these brought serious harm to me. I used common sense protection like moto helmets, health insurance, and drinking filtered water. I also faced emotional risks like goodbyes to many teammates and friends, conflict, compassion fatigue for all the needs around me. But wise and godly people helped me to process these losses in healthy ways. Now, as I transition to the U.S. for a while, there's a new set of risks, and I still have a daily choice to be consumed with earthly worries or to fear God and seek his kingdom first. I know if I had stayed home and never gone into missions, I would have missed out on beautiful friendships, on rich experiences with God, and on so many growth opportunities. In missions, I have gained far more than I have given up. The Apostle Paul preached the gospel despite shipwrecks, false accusations, beatings, and prison. In 2 Corinthians 1, he says, "We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired of life itself. Indeed, we felt that we had received the sentence of death. But this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God, who raises the dead. He has delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us again." Paul is glad that he went through these near-death experiences, helping him to rely more fully on the God who has resurrection power. He gladly risks his entire life to take the good news to those who have never heard it. In Romans 8, we see that believers are safe in the truest sense of the word because we cannot be separated from the love of Christ. Demonic activity cannot separate us. An unknown future cannot separate us. Political and military powers cannot separate us. Dying cannot separate us from Christ's love. Christ's perfect love drives out all our fears, and when we are secure in his love, we are free to proclaim him to the nations, no matter the risks. Thanks for listening.